Hi friends, in the last video we studied the topic figures of speech. In this video we are going to deal with a very simple topic, that is rhyming words. In the same way we will study another topic, that is a rhyming scheme. Rhyming scheme is also called as the rhyming pattern. Then what is meant by the rhyming words? Rhyming words are the words with the same ending sound. Now let's have a look at the following examples. Bat, dat. In this pair of words, the ending sound is at, and that sound is similar. House, mouse. In this pair of words, house is the ending sound, that is same. Night, bright. In this pair of words, it is the ending sound, that is similar. Sign, fine. Here also ein is the ending sound, and that is similar. So these words are called as the rhyming words because they have the same ending sound. But now look at the other examples. In the first pair of words, that is pan, men. In this pair of words, the ending letter is same, but not the sound. The ending sound of the first word pan is n, and the ending sound of the word men is n. And N. These sounds are different, and that's why they are not the rhyming words. In the second pair, dam, calm. M is the ending sound of the word dam, and is the ending sound of the word calm. M, these are the ending sounds, and they are not same or similar, and that's why these words are not the rhyming words. What are the things that you should do to find out the rhyming words from a poem? First of all, friends, you should listen or you should pronounce those words very carefully. Then you should find out the ending sounds from those words, and finally you should check if those sounds, those ending sounds are similar or different. If the ending sounds are different, then obviously there is no question that those words cannot be the rhyming words. And if the ending sounds of those words are similar, then those words are called as the rhyming words. Now friends, let's have a look at the first poem that is there in the textbook of 12th standard. In board's examination, a question, find out the rhyming words or write down the rhyming pairs of the words, will be there. You know that there are so many types of rhymes like assonant rhyme, consonant rhyme, head rhyme, eye rhyme, internal rhyme, external rhyme, dactylic rhyme, masculine rhyme, feminine rhyme, and so on. But you should not think about those types of rhymes. What I want to tell you here is that you should only consider the final or the ending words of the lines of the poem for writing down the rhyming pairs of the words. For example, look at the poem Song of the Open Road. The first line ends with the word road. It means that the ending word of the first line is road. Then the ending word of the second line is me. Then choose, fortune, nothing, criticisms, and so on. The second step, that you should find out the ending sound of these words, the ending sounds of the ending words of the lines of the poem. For example, the ending sound of the word road is od. The ending sound of the word me is e. The ending sound of the word choose is ooze. The ending sound of the word fortune is chun. It means that these are the ending sounds, and the final step is that you should check if these sounds are similar or different. Definitely, you must have come to know that the ending sounds of these words are different. It means that these words are not the rhyming words, and in this poem there are no rhyming words. Then what is such kind of poem called as? Such kind of poem is called as the free verse poem. In Marathi it is called as Mukta Chand. Then what are the features and what are the functions of such kind of poem? I am dealing with the features and functions of free verse in detail here because there had been a question in board's examination on such kind of poem. So the free verse poem does not have a rhythm, does not have the rhythm or meter. What do you mean by rhythm? If you say, if you read the poem Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, you can sing that poem because it has the rhythm and it has a particular meter. But free verse poem does not have rhythm or meter. Then there is no rhyme scheme. I will explain what is meant by rhyme scheme afterwards. Then there are no set rules for the composition of poem, for writing poem, and there is no set form for such kind of poem. Form, you know that there are so many types of poems. For example, lyric is there, sonnet, epic, elegy, ballad, and so on. As you have studied the poem sonnet, the type of poem sonnet, you must have come to know that in sonnet there is particular form. The first part, the sonnet is composed of 14 lines. The first part, which is called as octave, is composed of 8 lines, and the remaining part, the second part of the poem, that is composed of 6 lines, is called as sestet. It means that what I want to tell you, friends, is that there is particular form to poem, but free verse poem there is no form. Then how is it called a poem? How is it different from prose? It differs from prose. It is called poem because it uses the poetic language. It uses the images, the metaphors, repeated sounds, the pauses. There are breaks in lines. There is a particular use of punctuation marks, imagination, and rhythmical phrases, and because of all these things, this gives the feelings of, or this is called as a poem. These features are not there in prose. So, what is the function then? What is the function of using free verse? You know that William Wordsworth, a great English poet, said that poetry is a spontaneous overflow of powerful emotions or powerful feelings. Here I want to tell you that by using free verse, a poet can spontaneously express his emotions. Without any tension, without any limitations, he can express his feelings in a poem. This is one of the greatest benefits of using free verse. Another function or another thing that is beneficial for the poet to use free verse in his poem is it does not have the particular rhythm or meter. It means that there are no limitations of rhythm or meter. He can choose the words, he can choose the sound, or he can choose the phrases of his own choice. He does not think about the adjustment of words in the line of poem because there are no limitations. So he can express the feelings, he can express his original feelings in the poem. This is the remaining part of the first poem, and the ending words of the lines are nearer are them, burdens go, them, and return. And here also you can see that the ending sounds of these words are not similar, and that's why they are not the rhyming words. And no rhyming words means it is called as the free verse. A poem without rhyme is called a free verse. Now let's have a look at this poem from the textbook of 12th standard, and if you look at the ending or final words of the lines of the poem, you will come to know that the ending words are day, gay, wild, child, night, bright, green, queen, still, chill, cloud, and shroud. Next step, try to find out the ending sounds of these words. Ending sound of the word day is a. Ending sound of the word gay is again a. It means that a is the similar sound in day and gay. So that's why these words are the rhyming words. The ending sound of the word wild is ild, and the ending sound of the word child is again ild, and that's why they have the similar ending sound, that is ild, and that's why they are the rhyming words. Now go through the rest of the words and try to find out the remaining rhyming words from the poem. Now the correct way of writing the rhyming words is given here. You should not use comma after each and every word. You should use comma after the pair of rhyming words. Or you should not use the punctuation mark dash or hyphen in between each and every word. Instead, you should use the mark dash only for the words which rhyme. And after the completion of writing the rhyming pairs of the words, then you have to use comma. So you should not make mistake in the examination, and I hope that you have understood what is meant by rhyming word. Here is one more poem from the textbook of 12th standard. You go through the poem and try to find out and write down the pairs of rhyming words from the poem. After rhyming words, now let's go to the next topic, and that is rhyming scheme or pattern. In the examination, the students are supposed to write the rhyming scheme or pattern of either a complete poem or a stanza. Then what is meant by the rhyming scheme? A rhyming scheme is the pattern of rhymes at the end of each line or song. Or in simple words, a rhyme is the repetition of a similar ending sound of words at the end of lines in a poem. We should keep in mind certain things while writing down the rhyming scheme of a poem. Number 1, we should always remember that a rhyme scheme is written by using the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J up to Z. We have to use these letters only. Number 2, we should begin the rhyming scheme always with the letter A, because A is the first letter of the alphabet. And number 3, we should use the same letter for the rhyming words. Now here is a poem, The Indian Weavers. Here is a poem, Indian Weavers, and we will see how to write or how to get the rhyming scheme of this poem. For getting the rhyming scheme, again I tell you that we should consider the ending words of the lines of the poem. And the first word is day, and day rhymes with gay. There is no other word that rhymes with day throughout the poem. But day, we have to use A because it is the first word and our rhyme scheme should begin with letter A. So let us use the letter A for day. Then find out the rhyming words, find out other rhyming words in the poem that rhyme with day. There is another word that is gay that rhymes with day, and that's why we should use the same letter, that is A, for gay also. As there is no other word throughout the poem which rhymes with day, so we will use the next letter B for wild. And wild rhymes with child, and that's why we will use the same letter, that is B, for child also. Now after B there is C. Night is the word which does not rhyme with child, wild, gay, day. That's why we should use the next letter after B, and that is C. Night and bright are the rhyming words. That's why we will use the same letter for these two words. After that, the word green is there, and this word does not rhyme with the words like bright, night, child, wild, gay, day, and that's why we will use the next letter after C, and that is D. Green and queen are the rhyming words. That's why these words will get the same letter, that is D. The next word still is there. For still, we will use the next letter after D, that is E. Still rhymes with chill, and that's why the same letter, that is E, will be used for the word chill also. And after that, the word cloud is there, and as the word cloud does not rhyme with any of the words earlier to it, we will use the next letter after E, that is F, and cloud rhymes with shroud. That's why shroud will also get the same letter, that is F. Then the correct method of writing the answer, of writing the rhyming scheme, is shown here, and it should be written as AA, BB, CC, DD, EE, FF. Now let's try to get the rhyming scheme of one more, a very beautiful poem, She Walks in Beauty by Lord Byron. As you see, I have written the ending words of the lines of the poem. The ending words are night, skies, bright, eyes, light, lace, grace, trace, face, express, place, brow, eloquent, glow, spent, below, and innocent. These are the ending words of the lines of the poem. As I told you, our rhyming scheme should always begin with the letter A. First of all, we will try to get the rhyming scheme of the complete poem. So, for night, we should use the letter A. Now, let's try to find out other rhyming words for the word night. For night, bright and light are the rhyming words. So we must use the same letter, that is A. A means if you use the letter A for night, for bright also you should use A, and for light also we should use the letter A. Now let's go to the next word, that is skies. Skies is a different word from night, and that's why we should use the next letter after A, and that letter is B. Now try to find out the rhyming words for skies. Yes, the rhyming word for skies is eyes, and that's why we should use the letter B for eyes also. Means the rhyming scheme of the first stanza will be A, B, A, B, A. Now let's go further. Lace, grace, trace, face, express, and place. All these words are the rhyming words. Now less is the next word, and less is a different word from night, skies, bright, eyes, and light. That's why we must use the next letter after B, and that is C. And less rhymes with all other words, that is grace, trace, face, express, place. So we must use the same letter for all these words, and that is C. Now let's go to the next word, and next word is bro. We should use the next letter because bro does not rhyme with any other word that we saw earlier, and that's why we must use the next letter after C, that is D. Now let's try to find out the rhyming word for bro. For bro, the rhyming word is below and glow. For bro, rhyming words are glow and below. So when we use the letter D for bro, then we must use the letter D for glow also, and letter D for below also, because all these are the rhyming words. Now let's go to the next word, that is eloquent. After D comes the letter E, and that's why eloquent, after eloquent we should use the letter E, and eloquent rhymes with innocent, and that's why that also will get the letter E. It means that the rhyming scheme of the poem will be A B A B A C C C C C C D E D F D E. Now if the question is there in the question paper to write the rhyming scheme of the poem, you should write the rhyming scheme of the complete poem as I told you just now. But sometimes the question will be like this. For example, write down the rhyming scheme of the second stanza of the poem, or write down the rhyming scheme of the first stanza of the poem. Then what will you do? If you are writing the rhyming scheme of the second stanza, only second stanza is before you. Then once again you must begin the letter with the letter A. As shown here, the first stanza, if you are writing the rhyming scheme of the first stanza, then the rhyming scheme will be like A B A B A. If you are writing the rhyming scheme of the second stanza only, then again you have to begin with the letter A. So the rhyming scheme of the second stanza will be A A. And if you are writing the rhyming scheme of the third stanza, or if the question is like this, write the rhyming scheme of the third stanza, once again you have to begin with the letter A. The rhyming scheme will be A B A C A B. This will be the rhyming scheme of the third stanza. So I think that you have understood. Once again I repeat, if you are asked to write the rhyming scheme of the complete poem, you should continue with the rhyming scheme. But if an independent stanza is asked, then you have to begin with the letter A. I hope that you have understood the rhyming scheme, or how to get the rhyming scheme and how to write the rhyming scheme of the poem. So dear students, I have tried my level best to explain you using the simple language, and I hope that you have understood the rhyming words and rhyming scheme also. In the next video we will begin with the first poem of the 12th standard, and till then, bye.